1 second. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. Here we are. We're good. We're good to go. Good to go. Set this up. Done deal. Okay. We're ready. Hey everybody, how you doing? What's going on? Takes a while for the notifications to go out, so we're just moving to go talk to Agent O2. Otis? I don't. I'm horrible with the pronunciation of names. But let's see. Oh, Peyton the nerd. Hello. I hope you're having a good day. I am. It is Friday. That doesn't always mean much for everybody, but you know. Oh, I got some feedback going on over here. What am I doing? Rookie season still. Still rookie season. Okay, there we go. Just wondering what I was hearing. Doing good. I am doing good. It's Friday. Doesn't mean the same thing for everybody, but yeah. So feeling good. Feeling good Friday. I hope you're having a good day. How's your Friday going? Figured I would hang out for a little bit for the evening, and we will talk about the High Republic novel Out of the Shadows just a little bit. I finally finished it. Took me a long while. I now get to move on to Edge of Balance and Ronin, which are two novels that I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to jumping into Ronin, simply because it is like removed from all the current storylines and all of that. It's just kind of its own independent story, and it seems really interesting. Their take, or at least the take that I've read on the summary, the dust cover, is that it's kind of different than the established Jedi and Sith lore that we have. Very much based in feudal Japan type atmosphere, and I don't know if the Jedi and Sith translates to that exactly, so it's going to be very interesting to read. And it seems like the main character is in fact a Sith, so that's going to be a new take for me. I didn't think the character was a Sith, but apparently so. So that's going to be interesting to read and dig into.
Agent Total, Republic SIS. Welcome to Ord Mantell. Hope you enjoy war zones, Master Jedi.
Sure.
This planet's full of them.
That's why is that?
What's this all about?
Long story short, there's a civil war between Republic loyalists and a separatist movement bent on Ord Mantell's independence. That's the official story. The unofficial one is that the separatists are funded and supplied by the Empire.
Well, that's fun. One crisis at a time. You always gotta divvy up your time. Even as a Jedi, it's about time management, right? It's about getting it together. Peyton, I'm still reading Light of the Jedi. It took me a while to get to that novel just because of the way it's written, the style it's written. I didn't dislike it, but I did have a hard time reading through it, and that's just due to because that one novel sets up the entire Phase 1, which ends this January 2022. They finally wrap up all the Phase 1 storylines, and that's going to be complete by the end of January. So if you're reading the comics or the books, all that stuff kind of wraps up in January 2022. And that one novel kicks off all those storylines, so it's just a lot thrown at you all at once, and it felt very disjointed to me because of that. But I mean, that's the purpose of the novel. So yeah, I read that one. This one, I have it right here. Out of the Shadows is it's a decent book. It's more structured, but it has a lot of intrigue, a lot of webs, a lot of storylines taking place within it. But it has a lot of good quotes, and one of them I'm gonna get to and talk about. Let's finish one crisis at a time.
My only concern right now is Darth Angral. What have you learned?
General Var Suthra had me send a probe droid to the hyperspace data transceiver's location. I learned two things. First, it's on an island. Second, they don't like visitors there. My probe droid wound up disintegrated. Make sure that doesn't happen to you, eh?
Well, that's the hope.
Disintegration isn't on my to-do list.
When you find the hyperspace data transceiver, plug in your T7 unit and download everything you can from its logs. With any luck, we'll learn what Darth Angle's been up to.
With
Be seeing you.
be seeing you. Oh, that's gonna bug me. In the halls of madness dwells a mad philosopher. It's a really long title. I'm gonna have to find a way to shorten that. Just call you philosopher. I own the Sith code book Jedi All the Way. Yeah, Jedi All the Way, obviously. But I own the Sith code book. Yeah, I do. Do I? I don't know if I actually own the Sith version, the book that's like the Jedi Path book. I don't know if I actually picked that one. Might be floating around here. I have a few role-playing books and guides which are older, but serve the same purpose. But yeah, I enjoyed a lot of the themes discussed in Out of the Shadows, especially with the Jedi philosophy in regards to finding your own way and struggling. And it's been a theme throughout the High Republic, regardless of the Jedi, kind of about finding their place and self-assurance and things of that nature. Like this idea that just because you're a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master or a Jedi, just because you're a Jedi, you're supposed to have everything figured out and you're supposed to just know things and you're connected to the Force, right? So why don't you just know things, and why don't you just have it all figured out, and all these concepts which are expectations that are held to a story more than they are to reality, and how the Jedi themselves kind of buy into it, or give into that. They believe it themselves, they believe the legends a little bit, where it's kind of normal for your average citizen of the galaxy, of course, to look at the Jedi and kind of have this concept of who they should be, right? But to see the Jedi kind of struggling with that themselves is interesting and a fun thing to explore, because in real life Jedi, following the Jedi philosophy, a lot of people feel they should be better, or they should be this, or they should live up to the Star Wars Jedi mythos, right? And of course, it's not really how it works, and there's a lot of struggle in there, and there's a lot of problems with acceptance and things of that nature. So the ideas that they discuss in there, especially because it covers the young Jedi Knight Vern and her own struggles with being the youngest Jedi Knight ever and stuff like that, and the expectations that come with that, more to the expectations she puts on herself. As a Jedi, you're supposed to do this, and you're supposed to know that, things of this nature. So it's really interesting to explore it and to really understand that struggle of what is a Jedi's mandate. That's another big thing that's discussed throughout the book, is what is a Jedi's role in society? What should they really be focusing on? Where is the line between protection and inaction? Where is the line between helping people and waiting for them to need help, right? Like, if you know a situation's going to go bad, shouldn't you step in and stop it before it goes bad? But does that become kind of that tyrant situation where you're enforcing your own perception on a situation, So there's a lot of fun concepts to explore in that. I'm getting behind on the chat here. Let's see, where are we at? I follow Krea's teachings for life, to be honest. Krea was really not a great role model. Just an FYI, her character was never meant to be hey, Zeno. What's going on? A true Jedi, true Jedi, only focuses on the will of the Force, and the Force is always changing like air currents. Yeah, like, I mean, that's one of the discussions throughout the book, and it's kind of throughout the High Republic novels, is that discussion of where does a Jedi, you know, there's the way seekers, which I think are really cool concept that's been introduced with the Jedi and things of that nature, but it's the continual discussion of where does the Jedi draw the line, you know, and it explores something that I've taught in regards to Jediism and the Jedi community, is that there's the Jedi path and then there's the Jedi community. And while we often think those two things should be the same, and technically, really, they should be the same, they tend not to be. They tend not to be. And we have to reconcile that as Jedi and determine how we want to build community, while at the same time recognizing that the fallibility of community, and how organizations themselves tend to get sidetracked into politics and things of that nature. And I really feel the book does a good job of exploring it and doesn't offer an answer. It doesn't try to give you the quote-unquote Jedi answer. It allows the reader to kind of draw their own conclusions while giving each of the characters their own concept and ideas of what they think the Jedi should be doing. So, Krea is the best girl. I mean, Krea. I mean, I enjoy Krea's character. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy Krea's character, and one of my favorite, actually, meditations is based off of, and I've used Krea's meditation when you arrive at Nar Shaddaa in Knights of the Old Republic 2, right? You arrive to Nar Shaddaa, and she has you listen to the planet, and she has you listen and move through the Force, and just take it in and take in life. And it's, when I first played the game, it was like a profound meditation, and it's still a meditation that I recommend, because it's great, and I've played with it in meditation videos and stuff like that, because I really gotta say I love your channel and I'm impressed. Thanks. I truly appreciate it. Familiar with the wills? I mean, that depends on the question. It's a very broad question. Am I familiar with the concept of the wills that George Lucas talked about, and was even in Disney's, was briefly touched on and discussed in The Guardian of the Wills? Sure. I think Lucas's concept of the wills, though, has never really been, has never come to fruition, and we've never really got to see, like, truly what he imagined and wanted with them. I'd like to describe myself as a way seeker. Wayseeker is a good one. I really like the introduction of Wayseeker, and I've enjoyed the characters which have been portrayed, and also in one of the novels that came out at the same time as Light of the Jedi, it has a person who starts out as a Jedi and chooses to become a Wayseeker, and I really liked her character, and I've really enjoyed her character. So Wayseekers, I think, are really cool. The idea of kind of finding your path as a Jedi. So you separate yourself from the Order, but you not really separate yourself from the path, which is something I find to be cool. I'm playing GTA Online with the new Halloween contact events. Sounds like fun. If you're referring to the lightsaber colors as Knights of the Old Republic described them, blue is Guardian, green is Consular, and yellow is Sentinel. And they divide that up as to Consular's, more force oriented, Sentinel is your all around, and Guardian is your combat focus. If that's what you're referring to. Trinity Visions. Greetings, Jedi Knights. What's up, Trinity Visions? Thank you for joining us. Yes, with Nar Shaddaa. Yeah, it's a really good one. It's a really good one. Thinking about playing Enlisted, testing my abilities in a bit. How's everyone's day going? It's going good for me, Zeno. Thank you for asking. I hope your day is going good. Enjoying a bit of the... I could have been talking there. Enjoying a bit of that Feel Good Friday. If any of you follow Freddie Prinze Jr., he loves the Feel Good Friday. Let's see. Jedi Arabic philosophy. Grandfather. And I Jedi. A lot of people like the I Jedi novels. Novel, I should say. It is a popular one. Let's see. I'll catch up on the chat here in a bit. Let's go find a Sith, shall we? A fictional Sith, shall we? Let's see. I think I've played so much Far Cry 6 at this point that I've learned some Spanish. That's it's always a good way to learn, man. As long as you're learning something, right? Yeah. Who says gaming can't be productive, huh? That's great. That's great. Let's see. Let's see. Warhammer 40k. Need to bless your PC and appease your machine spirits. It never hurts. It never hurts. Alright. Let's go. Let's continue this on. Let's continue on. Let's move on. Peyton the Nerd, did you see the gameplay trailer for GTA the Trilogy Remastered? I have not seen that. I remember playing the original GTA, when it first came out, and it was really just a thing me and my friends did. We would hang out over at my friend's house and take turns just driving around and doing all sorts of, you know, the main thing was really just trying to drive around and keep within the traffic rules and see how long you could keep that up, as well as having some fun driving around, doing some missions, things of that nature. But yeah, it was just a game that we played all together, you know, taking turns, and a lot of memories there, man. A lot of old school memories there. Wonder if they would. Are they gonna redo the very first GTA? Is that what they're doing? I think my PC can run this game, and I've never played an MMO. Yeah, this game is actually pretty PC friendly. It's pretty. I mean, like, you might have to downgrade some of the graphics to make sure, but it's pretty light on hardware unless you're trying to run it, you know, with all their fancy graphics and stuff like that. But it's a pretty fun game. I like the story focus of it. It allows you to explore the philosophy. We'll get more into that as we actually get into, you know, discussions and when we have to have a light side, dark side decision, because sometimes those dark side decisions are actually Jedi decisions. They follow Jedi philosophy. Not that the game will recognize that, but, you know, we'll get there. It's a remaster of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. That makes sense. I miss GTA 1, man. It's a very fun game. I could play Crisis on Ultra settings, and yeah, then you'll be able to play this just fine. This is not even an issue. This thing's not. This
Name,
isn't that heavy.
Markovic. Rank, Lieutenant. That's all you're getting from me, Jedi scum.
Fair enough.
I'm not here for you anyway.
Hey, what's that droid doing? Get away from there!
Darth Angro. Download everything. Information is power, right? There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. So you want to grab as much information as you can.
Copy every file you can, T7. We need to know what this Desolator weapon can do.
You won't live long enough to tell anyone!
Dude, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Come on. I already beat you. You think, like, oh, we're just gonna magically win this one time. It's not. What a waste. I was blessed with a friend building me a little Dreadnought PC. That's cool. I haven't built my, I think the last time I built my own PC was 2004? No, maybe 7. Maybe 7. I think 7 or 8. I don't know. It was a while ago. It was a while ago when I built my own PC. I used to really like doing it though. I liked upgrading it. I liked getting in there, digging it up, building it from the ground up. I've really been looking into doing it again and building one up again. Right now I'm just running off my laptop, but you know, that's about getting into that financial place yet, and I haven't quite won capitalism just yet, so not there. But when I do, that's definitely one of those projects that I'd like to get back into. Alright, finish downloading. Let's get the heck out of here.
Get the rest of Darth Angel's design files for the Desolator weapon.
Alright. Let's return, go back, turn this in, try to find us a fictional Sith. I have faith in you, sir. Well, you know, I've actually been pretty fortunate and recently, with just kind of things, going the wrong way, with things sort of falling into place, kind of lining up. I've been lucky in a couple areas in life where, again, just recently, with not trying and just, yeah. So I got a job, a new job just recently, and I've been working that job, and you know, it's got prospects. There's possibilities there. There's my ability, but they fall on me. They just don't. I have to put in the work, but there's possibilities that it could lift things up, and if that happens, that means I'll be able to do more with this channel. Meaning, there's a video series project that I've talked about before, especially on my Patreon, and I've given sneak previews of and such, of what I want to work on and kind of what I want to do. And if I get into this area, if things start panning out, if things start working out, okay, then I'll be able to do that, and this channel will grow some more because we'll have a variety of content available. Because I am not good with just sticking to one thing. I need to have a bunch of creative projects to work on. All right, let's talk
Back
to this
already?
guy.
That was quick.
That was quick. We couldn't get everything. I wouldn't say the island secured. I didn't clean it out, but
T7 downloaded some of Angril's communication logs, but the rest were destroyed.
Some intel is better than none.
that is true.
At least the Empire has one less hidey hole. I'll put together a team, see if we can secure that island for our side. You should report to General swtor. Be seeing you.
Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. Alright, let's head back, because I believe we have a confrontation. And a chance to explore some Jedi philosophy. Let's go. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed Out of the Shadows. Again, I have my kind of like critiques of how it was written, but that's my own, that's just me in the way I read books and kind of my preference for how stories are laid out and how they're done. And so it's not anything I would hold an author or book to. It's nothing that I would, be like, oh yeah, this book is bad because it didn't cater to my specific style of reading, right? Like, nah, the book is good. It's a little like Light of the Jedi, where there's just a lot going on, but at least it keeps to very specific characters, and you get to explore certain characters. I do like in the book that the youngest Jedi Knight is kind of called out, that a Jedi Master kind of calls her on her age and her lack of experience, and that it's a disservice to kind of knight someone so young, because I really believe that. I really believe part of being a Jedi, like, you can know the philosophy, you could parrot it, you could say it, you could know it, but there's a difference between knowing something and experiencing something. And it's one thing to face the challenges of life, it's another to face the challenges of life as a Jedi. It's one thing to know Jedi philosophy, it's quite another to have your Jedi philosophy tested through life. Those things, because there's changes that happen there. There's an understanding that happens there when you merge the two together through that experience. The understanding of the Jedi philosophy, and then the reconciliation of living life, and what survives on the other end, is its own thing. It's its experience. It's important to have. So, it's one of the things I liked about the book. Let's see. Okay, continue on. Let's go find these people. I'm really interested to see where the High Republic comics go, especially the new one, Trial of Shadows, because it starts off, that first comic starts off rough, man, and it's really rough. And then the High Republic comics also ended. The newest issue that came out on Wednesday ended in one of those cliffhanger fashions that you're just like, well, I don't see how this is gonna turn out okay. So it's really interesting. You can tell they're starting to get up to that wrap up of the first phase of the High Republic. All right, here we go. Confrontation time.
So your master was here all along. Well played, Padawan. Your lies convinced even Darth Angral.
So, Jedi philosophy speaking, Jediism, right? One, even if you're training a student, you don't chastise. Even if they did mess up, which not saying she did, but you don't chastise your student publicly like that, man. That's a just conversation to have privately so that learning can take place, right? Drop your weapon, Sith. I mean, it's a very confrontational thing. Again, I like to say, knowledge is one of the 3 pillars of the Jedi path, right? We see that in the Jedi path book. Knowledge is one of the 3 pillars. And plus, no matter what Jedi thing you look at, whether you look at the Jedi Code, knowledge is there. Jedi Circle, knowledge is there. Even if you want to get into like the 33 teachings or any of those, right? You have knowledge is always like a key part of the Jedi path. So you could be confrontational. There's nothing wrong with drop your weapon, Sith. But if we're talking Jediism, the main thing you want to do is open the dialogue and explore and try to gain information, because that information, just a little bit of information, can turn the tables. So, Raventoe, greetings, welcome Raventoe. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you. I hope everybody's having a good Friday, and everybody's doing all right.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Imperial intelligence noticed this girl wandering the station and alerted my master. Darth Angral came from 20 parsecs away for a personal interrogation. Unfortunately, we were led to believe you weren't here.
Told them you were on Corellia. Suckers.
Suckers.
No matter. We have you now. Surrender, unless you want your Padawan to die.
He's lying. He can't kill me. Angral's orders.
Well, see? Information. That allows us to make an informed thing. So, I'm going to kill you. Obviously, not really a Jedi response, right? It's aggressive. It's, aggression isn't really what the Jedi teach. Orders. Now, again, this goes to knowledge. This goes to should we look for more information? And then you have the demand, right? Then let her go, Sith. Let her go, right? And again, we're gonna go for knowledge. We're gonna try to gain what we can. Let's see. Xeno whispers, save her. Raventoe, yeah, doing good. Thanks. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear people. Glad to hear you're doing good.
Why does Angral want you alive?
Don't worry about me. Get rid of Lord Pompous here.
I'll never understand what drives you Jedi to throw away your lives. You risk certain death to free this girl. Why? Some misguided sense of duty?
So yeah, alright, we'll get into this. It's like, why do Jedi risk their lives to save people? Jedi are literally protectors of the Force. The Force is a product of life. Jedi are protectors of life. It is not a big jump of logic on why Jedi do those things. You have the I care for Kira. Oh, that's so sweet. Very romantic. You have the skip the questions. Let's jump right into it, right? Again, that's allowed though. Let's not say that like that's allowed. That's not outside the Jedi path. You could be like, let's skip the questions. Let's get down to action. There's a time for talking. There's a time when you realize talking can only get you so far, right? There's always a time in life you're going to find yourself in a situation, and I don't mean physical like violence, I don't mean confrontations like that, but sometimes even online debates, anything like that, you'll find that the talking is done. The time for talking is done. It's time to block, ban, move on, whatever it may be. But the time for talking is done. Time to move on to the next thing, right? And then we could try to educate the Sith. Education is always a good thing. Education is also a part of the way of the Jedi path. Again, knowledge thing, so like that. Some misguided sense of duty. It is not misguided.
Jedi accept responsibility for others. Sith only care about themselves.
You're as dull as you are pointless. Let's get this over with. When I present Darth Angral with your head, he'll be most appreciative.
Overconfidence is your weakness. Okay, there we go. Done deal. See? Overconfidence, weakness. Gotta play people. Gotta be a bit more discerning in your judgment, sir. The belief that you're better just because you follow a certain philosophy, that's no good. It's no good. That's short-sightedness. You gotta do that. But there you there you go, Xeno, man. Saved. She is saved. I mean, not that I had to do much, right?
Don't take this the wrong way, but I've never been happier to see anyone my whole life.
Oh, we could flirt. Me too. So cute. You disappointed me. That's just a dick move. Something to say. Tell me what happened. Knowledge, information. That's what we're gonna do. That's where we're going.
I'm glad you're safe, but I need to know what this was all about.
Not much to tell. One second I'm watching smugglers haggle over spice. Next thing I know, the Sith have me. Angral wanted to know everything about you. Threatened to kill me if I didn't answer all his questions.
This is my fault. There is in no way, I mean, like, tertiary maybe, like, you have to, that's the 6 ways to Kevin Bacon on this is, don't take you take responsibility for your actions. You can't take responsibility for someone else's actions and the things that they do to others. That is completely their autonomous choice, right? Why didn't he is unnecessary suspicion. Again, you can find out, you can explore that information in a much better and less confrontational way, such as offering a bit of a compliment, but you resisted him.
You obviously didn't tell him anything useful.
What kind of Jedi do you think I am? Angral left with an Imperial Admiral to refit a battlecruiser. Sounds like they have some new weapon. Desolator?
Yeah,
We should warn the General about this right away.
we should. Let's go. Alright, Xeno, I like to handle my Jedi battles by talking things out without violence. That is definitely the Jedi way. In Jedi philosophy, especially if we're speaking with Jediism, what we are talking about is if you have to resort to violence, then you've failed, right? Like, violence isn't the go-to. It's not the answer. It's what you do in defense. It is a defensive measure. It's what you do to protect. It means all other avenues and all other resources and all other recourses have been removed. And there's a plethora of ways that can happen, right? And that's not always on the individual. But, the main thing is, use your words, use your intellect, use your ability to navigate a situation. What I really like in Knights of the Old Republic, and I hope we see it in the remake, is that there's more than one time where you can get out of a fighting situation by using your words, by using negotiation, by using your persuade ability, your ability to talk your way out of it. And I always think, no matter, like, when I play Knights of the Old Republic, there's always extra points going into persuade and charisma, because I think that is way more. That's diplomacy, and diplomacy is a core part of being a Jedi. Again, whether we're talking Star Wars or we're talking Jediism, Jedi philosophy, diplomacy is a core part of that, and diplomacy is about connecting with people, about talking with them, and about navigating difficult situations and coming to an understanding, coming to an agreement, even if that's an agree to disagree situation. Everybody parts ways, but again, if you're parting ways and not boiling over to violence, that's a win. So I support it, I support you, man. Flirt with your All right, we back yet? We're still loading. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Master, you'll be pleased to know I added extra padding to all the seat cushions aboard this vessel.
I probably will not be flirting with my Padawan on this playthrough. We will be keeping it professional. We'll be doing that. Now, in the Jedi community, this is actually a thing that I've touched on. This is a thing that I talked about, and it's about that professional, especially because there has to be an understanding. So we can actually talk about this real quick. I'll continue the mission here in a second. But, like, real quick, especially when it comes to the Jedi community, right? It's very important to understand that when you're in a mentorship position, when you've been training in something in your whole life and you're helping someone else go through it, there can be a misunderstanding of feelings, a misunderstanding of respect. When you treat someone equally and you listen to them and you give them attention, you give them time, if a person is not used to that, right? And a lot of people that come to the Jedi community, hey, they got their own baggage, they got their own scars, they have their own things that broke them, right? Everybody has their own trauma, right, that they have to deal with. And so coming into the Jedi community and then having someone paying attention and being there and uplifting you and being encouraging and being kind of very, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, and very self-assured, very, solid in the philosophy and in the knowledge of what that, following that knowledge, where it will lead you. And having someone like that really can be enamoring, and it can be uplifting, but you can misunderstand feelings there, and you can catch feelings for not the wrong reasons, but certainly not technically romantic reasons, right? They could be due to other things. So it is the responsibility of the mentor to explore that, talk about that, and kind of help direct the person in understanding those feelings and understanding what they're doing and the projection that they might have and the reason they might feel that way, and explore those things, because that's all part of self-learning. That's all part of the Jedi path. That's all about accepting your emotions and being at peace with them and understanding what they're telling you. And so you do those things and think. Of course, obviously in game, it actually is a fun romantic storyline. It's not like dangerous or bad or anything like that. It's very interesting. But again, mentor, Padawan. My character looks severely older than her, so we are going to keep it professional. We're going to keep it above board. I know, man. I'm just first of all, thank you for offering it up as a fun entertainment thing. It's all good. And again, I've talked about it. I've done it. 2, it allows us to explore Jedi philosophy in different ways, and allows us to talk about those kind of things. So all good, right? Those are things. And 3, like, no worries, man. Like, no worries. You have nothing to apologize for. It's good. It's good exploration. It's good stuff. You have nothing to apologize whatsoever. Something about you and this community. I'm at peace. I am glad you're at peace. That is what we do here. But yeah, we have good people here. We have good people in the chat. We build our own community here, which is very encouraging, uplifting. We're all part of it. We're all on this journey together. Whether or not we identify technically as Jedi, we don't. I have a bunch of different people who identify as different things in the community, but we are about navigating this world in a healthy way, and in an uplifting way, and discussing things openly and freely, and kind of through the lens of Star Wars and Jedi and Jedi philosophy and Jediism and things of that nature. So I'm glad you are with that. Let's see, what do we I want to listen to your words, research Jediism, do the insanity workout, or meditate. What should I do? I think that's something you should, take a second. Sit there, close your eyes, take a moment, and be like, what pulls to you? What calls to you a bit more? What are you feeling active? Are you like, you know what? I have this energy. I have this feeling good stuff. Well, don't try to sit quietly with that. Like, nah, go do that workout. A workout can be your meditation, especially if it burns through you. I like hit programs, for working out, and that stuff burns you. It can get you really tired, but it can also be a really good meditation because you're focusing on doing the exercises and you're focusing on form and you're doing this stuff and you're pushing through. So those can be good. If you got that energy to go do that thing, go do that thing. If you want to Jediism, you could research, but there's a lot out there, so that can be a rabbit hole you can end up falling down, and there's pitfalls in there, so you gotta be careful with that. One of those things, if you ever have questions about Jediism, you can hit me up and we could talk about it. I will be glad to be your research. I will offer you different links or books or videos or things of that nature. There's plenty of videos on this channel. You can go again, but that's a rabbit hole. That's a deep dive, man. You could get lost for hours there. I want to join the community. Something told me to meditate, and I smiled when that thought came up. That meditation, it is. I fully support it. Meditation is good, man, and it's important. It's one of those things. It's important to kind of do. And if you could get that regular daily practice going, it really makes a difference. It really does make a difference. So I highly support the meditation option. All right, let's continue this mission, Sourweaves, for everybody sitting here just listening to me ramble. This happens on every time, but it is what it is.
Looks like Tarnus was combining all your weapon projects to create something codenamed Desolator. We believe Angrel's arming his battlecruiser with it.
It's no coincidence I've lost contact with Agent Galen. The enemy is raiding our weapon research facilities to build that device.
Lost contact. So where did the agent go is a redundant question. If you knew that, then that's not lost contact, right? The enemy got Galen is an assumption. Assumptions are the mother of all mistakes. Like, that's an assumption. We don't know that for sure. We don't know what's going on with that. Warn the Jedi Masters. They are off on other things. It's been a long while since we've been doing this quest in these videos. So, as a reminder, the Jedi Masters have left to go check on other Republic projects. So, it would be prudent to warn them. This is an assumption. Jedi, don't assume Jedi. You can make logical guesses. You can deduction, things of that nature. Make educated guesses, right? But assumption, just try to gather all your information first.
What about Master Orgus and Kiwix? Have they checked in?
They went on comm silence after leaving Coruscant. They're due to check in soon. Can't let Darth Angrel complete this Desolator weapon, whatever it is. I need your help stopping him. Securing Nar Shaddaa is vital, but there's another target just as important on Terrace.
You have another super weapon on Terrace you didn't tell us about?
I'd rather not say more until you're there.
Alright, so here we are. First, in the halls of madness dwells a mad philosopher. Which one? Cool name. I don't know if I said that before, but definitely cool name. I have never been this calm before. I am humbled. Hey, that's what it's about, man. If you could be calm, glad to hear it. That's what we're here for. Peace of spirit. Be at peace with your emotions, right? There is no emotion. There's peace isn't a denial of emotion, right? Because it doesn't say a Jedi has no emotions, but it's about being at peace with your emotion, being at peace with yourself, and enjoying it, allowing your passions to lead you to serenity, that sort of thing. So, being at peace, being good, being in that area of acceptance, and just being, right? That's one of the main things. I think when we talk about peace or we talk about serenity, what we're really talking about is It's just being. We're just in the moment. And we kind of let go of like the worries in the future and the past and all of that stuff. It doesn't matter what had happened to us, and it doesn't matter what may happen to us. We are in this moment, and we can let go of any concepts of what we have to worry about. Instead, we're like, all right, I'm here now, and this is what I'm doing. This is where my focus is at. This is the moment. And in doing that, we can find peace, we can find serenity, we can find calm. And again, very Jedi stuff. It's what the Jedi path is about, both in Star Wars and, of course, in real life as well. So, I'm broke at the moment, but I'll donate some plasma and would like to contribute. Do you have a Discord? I don't anymore. I closed my Discord. People have asked about it. I do have a Patreon page. It's $1 a month. Don't worry about it though. But the Patreons there have the patrons there have asked for a Discord. It may get set up in the future, but I don't have one right now. But don't worry about it. Like, if you're good, do you, and you don't have to. I'm good. As I said, I got a new job where things are working and moving in a direction. I love everybody who supports, but also just being here, being an active part of the discussions and things of that nature. That's a way of supporting in itself. Subscriptions, likes, those kind of things are all ways of showing support. Just being here watching is a way of showing support. All of that is fine. So it doesn't have to be a financial support. I'm not in a place where I have to worry about that. I'm not thing. The only reason I have a Patreon is because enough people were bugging me about it that I was finally like, fine. And I made like a deal, like if I got up to like 5,000 subscribers that I would, and then here we are chilling at 6. So I had to, be true to my word, and here we are. So, but I don't know. Discord may come in the future, but as of now, and I just don't use Discord enough to like really warrant having a server and watching, and managing that right at this moment. Things may change in the future, so absolutely. But just being here, that's supporting, being a part of the discussions, hanging out with the other people in the chat and encouraging them, being uplifting, that's all support. Don't ever feel, especially in today's world, especially in today's society, don't ever feel that your only way to contribute is financially. Your worth has nothing to do with how much money's in your bank or any of that. It doesn't matter your credit score, right? The worth of your contribution to the world and to life and to other people is often has nothing to do with that. More often than not, has absolutely nothing to do with it. Like your friends, family, the people who care about you, the people who enjoy your presence, the people who enjoy you in the chat, things of that nature. That has nothing to do with the wallet, right? So it's just about who you are. It's about what you bring. It's about you. It's about the emotional and intellectual connections that we make. So those are contributions. Those are ways to support. So don't neglect that. Don't ever neglect that. We may live in a capitalistic hellscape, but that doesn't mean that's where our worth is, right? So don't even worry about it. One day, plus I'm trying to win capitalism on my own, and when I get there, I'll technically have a Patreon, but as I'll have a 0 tier, so people could just join and support, and I'll remove the financial from it, because I prefer to give this out. I started this channel, and I do this for free because I find it valuable for myself, and other people have found value in it. So, it's about giving back. It's about uplifting each other. We're here for each other. We're here to do this and explore together and have conversations together, hang out together, have some fun together, share laughs, share intellectual thought, debates, concepts, explore some philosophy, enjoy some games, talk about some stuff, and that's what it's about. We are here for that. That is more of a human living existence, right? It is about experiencing life and exploring the essence of life in the universe with other people. So that's what we're doing. All right. Did I get lost on the chat? I'm gonna have to leave for my. Oh yeah, have fun, man. Have fun. Don't even worry about it. No apologies. No apologies. I'll stay in contact. I'm leaving for my meditations and my workout. Have at it. Have fun. Do that. And yeah, I'll get back to this. I'll get back to doing this quest over here. Alright. Have fun. Go on. Enjoy. Alright. I'd rather not say until you were there. Don't play games with me. Come on. Let's not even know. Get out of here. You're sending me in blind. I mean, yeah, that's true. Again, I feel like an exploration of which planet matters more offers him the chance to kind of divulge information. So let's go with that. Let's ask questions. Let's explore.
I can only do one mission at a time, General. What's more important, securing Nar Shaddaa or Terrace?
Nar Shaddaa is the immediate danger, but Taris holds the key to all of this. I'm trusting your Jedi instincts on this. When you reach Taris or Nar Shaddaa, contact me. And good luck.
Alright. Trusting the Jedi instincts, huh? Well, let's go explore this. Plus, having played this game, I know which one we're supposed to technically do first. And so we'll go do that. We'll go to Terrace. Let's run. Let's go. Let's get it. Ah.
General, I'm on Terrace. You seemed worried about this place after Ord Mantell. What's the big mystery you wouldn't reveal?
I apologize for the secrecy, but this involves someone the Empire would love to get its hands on. Angral's son, Tarnus, was the lead scientist on our advanced warfare projects. But these technologies were all invented by Dr. Nassan Godera. Dr. Godera is a genius. Calculates targeting algorithms in his head for fun.
You sent me here for a reason, so why wasn't he on Coruscant? It's an exploration, right? That's a good exploration question. I'm not impressed is just, I don't even know how that's a response. Come on, get out of here with that nonsense. You sent me here for a reason. That's, it's a probing question. Zeno, trust in the Force.
Since I'm on Terrace, I assume he must be too.
Correct. But the situation is complicated. Dr. Godera hates the Empire. So much so he quit in protest when the Republic signed the Treaty of Coruscant. Disappeared completely. We recently discovered he's hiding on Terrace, but the swamps, predators, and city ruins are keeping us from finding him.
Why is he hiding is actually would be a good question, but we know I just know if I pick it, he's gonna say something I don't agree with. I just know it. Sounds dangerous. Terrace is destroyed. You should know your history, Jedi. You should know your history. And I mean that in real life, too. You need to learn your history from credible sources. Don't just, hold into your public education. You want to really research from credible, evidence-based histories because it opens up the world in a whole new way. It's very important, like understanding where rice comes from in the Latin America societies. Like, rice wasn't always there, so where did it come from? How does that relate? We associate it with a lot of Latin dishes these days, and like Mexican dishes. Rice is like a key ingredient in a lot of Mexican dishes, but where does that come from? What's the history there? And that opens up doors to cultures and how things happen. Sweet potatoes, I want to say yams in China, not native. So why are there is it sweet potatoes, yams, or sweet potatoes? I don't know. I don't remember which one, but it's fun to research. But what does that have to do with world history, right? Where does that come from? How do we, what is the relations? What are the tie-ins there? And you know, that history has many lessons and many concepts. So always know your history, Jedi. I recommend it. It's for more than just Jedi consulars. I promise you. Jedi history is important. History in general. I'm gonna pick it. Why is he hiding? I know he's gonna say something stupid though.
What did he hope to accomplish by disappearing?
I look forward
Okay,
to
not so
asking him
bad.
that myself. The Republic is recolonizing Terrace. Recently, we found evidence that our missing doctor has been here for years. Reconnaissance discovered one of Godera's outposts in the swamp. It's entirely automated. Nothing but droids inside. And they're not cooperating.
They're not cooperating. Make them cooperate. Come on. Get out of here. That's strange. That's a fair observation, I think. Yeah, that's strange. You're sure this is Godera's? I imagine they did it. Again, that's kind of an assumption that they did their research. Let's probe a little bit without asking a question.
If the doctor isn't there, what do the droids at this outpost do?
We think Godera has several facilities. The droids are caretakers in his absence. I've had people scouring Terrace for other outposts. The survivors returned empty-handed. After what you learned on Ord Mantell, we need that man's expertise. You're our best shot at finding Dr. Godera.
Don't get your hopes up. Really not a Jedi thing to say. While I would classify Jedi not as optimists, I would definitely classify them as realists. You know, they're very real. They really look. It's important for a Jedi to look at a situation honestly and objectively, or as objectively as possible, and to really look at it and be honest about the situation, especially with themselves. But that doesn't mean you just rain pessimism down. Like, well, I wouldn't get your hopes. Like, it's just not the thing to say. Will I have backup? Kind of an irrelevant question. One, we know in game, look, it's all you, bro. You're gonna have to do this on yourself. You're never gonna have backup unless you can get your friends to join. Then you got something. I will find them. You know what? Spoiler alert: we do find them. So
I'll bring him back alive, whatever it takes.
Left a small team monitoring the outpost. They'll aid your search. Transmitting outpost coordinates. Good luck. Our swtor out.
good luck. All right, let's go. We're gonna do two things here. We are gonna go down to the planet, which is gonna have a couple loading screens, so we're gonna pause in and out here, as I'm sure we're all getting used to. And then I'm gonna go into the cantina, and we're probably gonna call it, just because I think we've been here for close to an hour, if not over an hour. I don't know. I have not been keeping track of the time, but I feel we're good. I feel we've covered some things. We covered some good topics, and so we'll head out. So if you have anything you want to talk about, now's your chance. If you have any questions, advice, now's your chance to throw them up in the chat. Still waiting for that loading. No questions, no comments. Okay, looking good so far. So if you have any book or recommendations for future videos on, if you want a certain book review, let me know. Jedi book review, preferably. Am I going up there? Going the wrong way. comics, if you want to discuss comics, video games, books, and explore the Jedi philosophy within them. If you have any recommendations, questions, anything of that, always open to suggestions for anything that you have of that nature. So let me know. Let me know. You can always throw them in either to chat or the comments section of any one of our videos, or yeah, there's plenty of ways to get a hold. Why am I running? Got a better way to go about this. So absolutely, let me know if you have any suggestions, questions, comments, concerns. If not, or something, again, you can leave a comment if something, like, you think of something like 2 days from now, right? You can always leave a comment on one of the videos, and we can go from there. All right, everyone. I want to thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who was in the comment section today, or in the chat, I should say, keeping it lively, keeping discussions going, offering things. Raventel, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Zeno, thank you for being here. Peyton the Nerd, truly appreciate it. Philosopher, appreciate you. Fun to watch you play, and see you later. All right, Raventel, take care. And may the force be with you. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Again, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for everybody who contributes to my Patreon. Truly appreciate it. And I should have a video for you guys soon, but still working on it. All right, everybody. Have a good one. May the force